the other studios, and we had a lovely show together.
It was such a good show, absolutely, and we got another great show. It was fantastic to work with you. It was so welcoming when I did the show with you, and so kind. It's always nice to have that sort of support, and Catherine's definitely one of those.
Oh, thank you. No, it was an absolute delight, and I can say we've got some delightful products for you as well. Now, we've never seen these here in these studios before, so it might be new to you as well. Let's have a look what we've got, Sarah. Sarah, I'm calling you now. I'm just finished with Sarah. Helen. We need to work together more often, don't we? I don't remember your name. Right, okay, let's have a look. These are gorgeous, so
absolutely.
kind of that botanical feel.
Yes, very botanical. You've got beautiful stamps here. They're very sort of versatile as well. You've got things that you can cut out and decoupage with, things that sort of cut, and you can, sort of the butterflies, for example, they cut parts of the wing, so you can push those up and have those coming out. I love the fact, this is something really clever. Now, I do not know about flowers. I am absolutely useless. But what is really amazing with the 2 sets of flowers you get here, they give you full details of what those flowers are. So actually the writing on them is exactly accurate for the heliotrope, I'm hoping I'm saying that right, the hibiscus, the petunia and the rose. And as you can see, I think it's really showing on the rose packaging there how you can decoupage and cut that separately, pop it on top if you want to, or use it as a completely separate element. And that's on all of the 4 floral dies that you get as well. I want to show you, you've got the butterfly there. I kind of explained it not very well exactly what it does.
Show you the
see
board.
Here how it kind of just comes out. You can snip away if you want to have them separately, but you can keep them in as well. And you get that amazing stamp die, so that's going to, you can use it with the stamps or without, separately put your own sentiments on, and they're the 4 butterflies you get. Gorgeous. Again, as useless as I am with flowers, I am as useless with butterflies as well, but what's clever is you've got the little bit of detail here with the the money thing, but also the name of the butterfly. So if you're wanting to colour them accurately, you can look them up, see what colours they are, but ultimately I think it's fun to just colour them all different ways. Use your alcohol markers, your alcohol inks, your pencils, your watercolour paints, whatever you want. I just think these are really super clever.
They are absolutely gorgeous. Look at the detail we've got here as well. Now, we haven't finished showing you the boards, but I can start giving you the details there, because when you look at what you're getting, you are actually getting 8 stamps and 11 dies in total. Now, look at this.
So again, like I was saying to you, you have the ability to just stamp as they are, or you get that die on board as well, which is completely in the set, that gets you that sort of roughed edge, made it look sort of tearing, but you don't have to worry about doing it. And then you also get that stamp where you can stamp it and cut it out separately away from the word. So you have lots of options here.
This looks like it's been torn out of an old book straight away, doesn't it?
Just a bit of alcohol, a bit of ink around the edge, really distress it. Absolutely.
Gorgeous. Bottom of the screen for individuals, by the way, if you do have a favourite, but of course the value is in the bundle. Now, another beautiful one here, so we can see same sort of technique there with the page, but you can see how beautifully that is cut out. The heliotrope, I think that's how we pronounce it.
I'm going with that. I think heliotrope sounds
correct.
Let's go with it, yeah. I'm sure someone will say it properly, but I love it.
There's somebody screaming at us right now, Helen, I'm sure. Isn't that beautiful? And then, of course, well, I think we all know what this one is.
Yes,
it's
this
the
one
rose.
I could work out probably, even with the little knowledge I have. And again, look at the beautiful words that you get around it, so they describe that beautiful petal to you. I just love that kind of detail. You know how sometimes it could have just been illegible script, which would have looked cool, but I love the fact that someone's actually taken the time to find out the details about the rose. And here you've got lots of wide open spaces on that flower, so you can really go in with your pens and give some proper detail and things like that, and sort of shading and everything. And on this one, slightly different to the one we've just seen, you get that sort of beveled edge like there, sort of a larger sort of postal stamp as well, and then the individual cut to cut out the rose on its own.
Absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm just going to go back. Actually, there's the petunia, which we haven't shown you yet. Now that's like the pink in shears have cut that, isn't it?
Pink in shears. That's much better way than how I described it. Yes, it reminds me of the pink in shears. Absolutely.
Wow. I'm just going to go back to those butterflies as well, because look at that. They are gorgeous, aren't they?
Look at that.
I know, and so easy, as you say, if you want to cut that away as well.
If you wanted to, absolutely.
Look at that value, though. This is where it gets really, really good, because that saving is enormous. Now, club members, you are saving £67.49. I know, wow, indeed. 60% off the starting price. We have been showing you the details of the individuals. If you've got favourites, you can certainly go for those. But when you compare the original price and the price we've got for you right now, this is a bit of a no-brainer. £13.48 is the payment today. 895567 is the item number. Now, we've got a few samples dotted around on the front here, haven't we, that correspond, so you can get some inspiration from those. Look at these.
I love the bookmarks. They're so clever. And I think these just show perfectly how you can stamp straight on and cut something out, or you can use those dies if you want. Shows the versatility. That one there where they've just gone with two-tone, and yet it really pops out with that heliotrope, and then a little bit of gold inking on the background of the hibiscus. Super clever. Again, I always say this, when you can stamp a stamp in just black ink on white card and put that on the front of a card, that shows the amazing detail, and these have got such gorgeous detail on them.
Less is more, I think, when you're working with the materials on the mediums here. Let the tools do all the work for you. They are absolutely gorgeous. 895567, just as a reminder of the item number there. But we've got another bundle to share with you as well. So the same sort of concept here. We've got 3 die and stamp sets, and this is our Sunset Memories. We've got Sunflower and Memories there. We've got the 13 stamps and 6 dies in total. Again, we can show you the boards. The packaging itself is just beautiful, isn't it?
Absolutely. I always say when I do a Stamps by Me show, make sure you keep the packaging. Not only has that got inspiration on the front for you, but it's also where you want to keep them secure so you can flick to them really easily wherever you store your dies and your stamps and know exactly what's in there. And also, I'll talk a little bit when we get over to the demo area about something that's on the back of the packaging that's very, very exciting, that Stamps by Me give to you completely free. But you can see here with these beautiful samples here that no matter what colourways you like to work with, if you are someone who is a simple crafter or a bit more of a messy one, likes to get sort of messy with your inks and things, these are going to work beautifully. Again, like that what you saw with just the rose there from the previous ones, adding a little bit of colour is gorgeous.
Look at these. Let me show you the boards. In loving memory. Isn't that gorgeous? And how the die cuts out that element there, that stamp. And how beautiful is this here? We could piece that together, could we, and have a continuous
It's a continuing image. So if you just line up one end with the other, you can continue. So if you're into sort of scrapbooking or something, you've got a 12 by 12 inch piece of card, you can just continue that just by lining up the edges. It's really easy that way.
It is beautiful.
I love it. I know that's the word I'm using a lot, but
I love anything floral, but when it's vintage as well. Look at this one. Say thank you and celebrate. Some of the words there. You've got that almost a circle, but you could stamp those out separately. You could separate them totally. You can overlay them. Do you know, I did notice one of the sample cards on the front there, the beautiful reds and the greens that have been designed with this one, and they are just breathtaking, really.
Absolutely, and think about those beautiful sentiments you get there, like you were saying. Fall in love with the process of becoming the best version of yourself. I mean, sometimes you just want to send someone a card to make them smile, say, hey, I'm thinking about you, you're doing all right, and something like that is the sort of thing you want to pop on the front, and it would fit beautifully inside if you want to. Another thing as well with this one, you have the ability to cut the middle out or keep it in, so you could stamp in there as well.
Nice. Now then, let's have a look at this. So what we've got here, oh, I've got to turn it this way. We've got big words in there, haven't we? Some nice, bold sentiments for you. This is your craft stash. Home is where the craft stash is. My home is just a craft stash. That's it. There's nothing else in there. Be the reason someone smiles today. Relax. Vintage is totally cool right now. Yay, it's your freaking birthday.
I love these as well. Something like this, a big sentiment like that. Not only is that really cool font, but if you just want to do sort of a watercolour background and then stamp that over the top, or just get a bit inky, or even just put it on a white on white background, that would look really stunning.
It certainly would. Let me give you those details again. We've got another huge saving. In fact, it's another 60% saving here. Saving $53.99 if you're in the club, and using that flexi just $11.99 today. 028508 is the item number there. Now on the website, of course, you'll find the collections that we've just mentioned. You'll see much more as well, including the Eureka, which I found out about very, very recently. And it's the most amazing tool. You get it with the carry case as well. Yeah, you may have seen it before, you may not, but it is absolutely wonderful. I'm sure we'll get to see that in demonstration as well. What else have we got there? We've got some beautiful 12 by 12 papers, I can see. We've got 7 by 7s as well. We've got cards up there for you. Don't forget the collections. Available are the individuals, but the value, of course, is in those bundles with a huge 60% saving on each. I cannot wait to see what Helen's got in store, because, you know, when I did get to work with Helen previously, you know, your demonstrations, they were quite quick and speedy, but they were just beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
They were.
So before we get on with the beautiful stamps and dies that we've got, I just want to talk about the Eureka. So in case anybody hasn't seen it and kind of I wanted to show you the sort of benefit for you. So now I would recommend when you are using particularly large stamps, I personally, I don't know about you, Catherine, but if I'm stamping with a block, I'm ultimately going to mess it up because I'm never going to be able to line it up perfectly. So I would always recommend to everyone to get something like this because of the fact that it helps you stamp so easily. So what you do is you've got your drawer first of all. You pop your stamp in here. Let me see if I can let's just grab one just to kind of show you how it works. So you've got one of the stamps. Let's just take that off my carrier sheet, and you're going to take some card just like this. You've got your magnet on board to hold your stamps in place, hold your card in place, and you're literally going to do it like that. Pick it up with the door, just a little bit of pitter-patter over the top to pick that up, and you're going to ink this. Now what it means is if you ink it, and this, for example, this is the heliotrope stamp that we've got on the show today. If, for example, you missed a piece or you didn't ink it quite properly, you can ink it again, stamp, and you can just keep doing that as many times as you need to until you get exactly what you want. If you tried that with a block, it would be really difficult. So having like this is really amazing. I
think it'd be nigh on impossible, to be fair.
Absolutely. I mean, I'd love to see the person who can. And then what I want to let you know is that you can obviously use all your cling stamps on here. If you've got thicker ones as well, you can remove this because this is up to 3 millimeters thick, which means you can also stamp onto MDF if you want to.
Oh, nice.
Then you've got these little sort of carriers here. Now, a couple of things you can use these for. So first of all, they were created because this was going to be a workstation for Tony. That's Tony from Stamps by Me. She was going to go out, do her watercolouring, and she wanted to have everything available to her, you know, on the go. So I would recommend you pop your watercolour in it, and I'd also let you know if you have watercolour in here, you can kind of see it with mine, where if it dries, don't wash it out. Leave it in there because then if you spritz it, it reactivates it and you can use it another time. You can also use this as a well to mix your brushes or use it with water to clean them off. Also, if you're into jewellery making, you can put pins into this and do your jewellery making and pop your seeds in here, your seed beads. I'd recommend if you are going to do that though, pop a little elastic band around because obviously this is a moving surface. You also will get a paintbrush. Mine is gone, it's sitting in my bag, but you will get a paintbrush on board and that fits perfectly in there.
Do you know, get a few beads as well, that'll stop them rolling away, wouldn't it? You could lay them out if you're trying to make a sequence and a design.
That's a brilliant idea, and you just pick one up as you go. That's a fantastic, I never heard anyone say that. That is a fantasy. Again, that just shows you that whoever gets this tool in their hand is going to find another way to use it. You show it to someone else and they come up with another reason. That's why this is so amazing and so versatile. I'm glad I've
had one good idea today.
Oh, I'm sure you've had 1,000. No, that was beautiful. I love that idea. I'm stealing that though. Next time I talk about the Eureka, I'm pretending that's my idea. Okay, also, if you take out your foam mat, this is a really strong magnet here, so you'll see that they hold on really well. Now, a little tip, you can see here I've got washi tape on mine. I keep saying I need to replace it. It makes it easier if you've got a little bit of washi tape just to hold it in place to get that magnet because these are really strong, okay? But what's amazing is if we take our card here, because of how strong this magnet is, it can also hold your stencils in place. So it becomes a stenciling station. So you can grab this or something if I've got a bit of ink left on. Here we go. And you can be inking and you can see, I mean, I'm using this as an anchor. I think we all kind of do that, but you absolutely don't have to. Those magnets are holding on for you. Aren't they? You just pop those off. And there you've got your space there that was now for your stencils. And again, because of this being clear like it is, well not clear, but sort of shiny, I should say, it's also wipe clean, which is amazing. And then
I like the size of it as well. I mean, you can go really quite large with your stamps there, or use it as a workstation for other purposes, as we've mentioned.
So this is wipe clean, so you can use this as your messy mat. So if you want to do inking and things, you want to spritz on this, you can, and then it wipes clean. You also get, let me just bring this out. You get your pouch on board.
I like to test things.
Oh, I'm not just being dirt on it.
No. What I'm doing, I'm thinking they're not going to rub off. They're not going to rub off because they're etched in there.
They are indeed. You also get your little bag that you keep it in. It's your little clutch bag. Now, I would always say if something's got its own bag, it's extremely posh. So this has got its own little clutch bag. You also have a scoreboard and a score tool. And let me just show you. When I open this up, again, I'm just sorry, just pop that down
that's
so
fine.
catch your fingers. You can also remove this. This fits in there, so there's no movement when you're using. You do the scoreboard. It goes 8 inches to 8 inches.
Now I see why it's called Eureka.
It's because it is.
It is, isn't it?
You turn it over. You've also got a board to do your gift boxes and your envelopes at different depths. And then one thing that I absolutely love about this, again, it shows you how at Stamps by Me we want to give you as much as humanly possible. So I've told you that this is a messy mat and you could absolutely use it as such, but you've also got these lines. Now they could have left it clear, but there's space. There's some things we can do, and this is the sort of genius of Tony, is that if you pop your 8x8, your 7x7 and so on card in there, you put the stamp on the cross, that is the exact centre. So the 8x8, if you pop your stamp there, that is the centre of your card. So you know if you want your sentiment or your stamp in the centre of that card, it's going to be there for you. I truly believe that this is the kind of tool that the more you use it, the more you realise it's going to do. And it's so fantastic, and I use it all of the time.
I am not surprised. Well, you can have your own Eureka moment, can't you? Because you can grab yours. We are busy on it, to be fair. 3 payments of £15. Don't forget, you will get the paintbrush included. You can keep that in that little channel at the bottom. 058619 is the item number. Such a good tool. Now, we have got 2 fantastic bundles for you as well with great savings. Which one we're going to look at first?
So we're having a look at the heliotrope and hibiscus. I'm going to work with the heliotrope, but I just wanted to tell you, before we move on, I said to you, I kind of touched on it when we were over with the other demo, with the other dies and things, that the packaging is what you want to keep your stamps and your dies in. But also, if we just turn this over, now this is something on all Stamps by Me products, you get this QR code here. Now what that means for you, if you scan that with a smartphone or a smart tablet, it will take you to thousands, and I do mean thousands of, and I think it was like 1,100 or something Tony said last time or something, but she's adding to it every single day. And what this is, this inspiration will take you to inspiration about the product that you're using, but also inspiration for other Stamps by Me products, any that have gone in the past, any that come in the future. So if you keep scanning those QR codes, you will get more inspiration every day, because every time she does a video, she adds to it, and she is in her own studio every single day. And what that means is, if you've watched a show with me, you've watched a show with Tony, and you kind of thought, oh, I really like that stamp, I got it home and then I can't remember what it was that inspired me about it. You can go on there to get free, and I say free, inspiration as often as you like, okay? But let's get cracking on with our heliotrope here. So, I'm just going to show you, firstly, we're going to do a little bit of colour work here with the stamp.
So you've got some nice, is that watercolour card?
It is, so this is Carter that we get at Stamps by Me card. It's really good. And I'm just going to pop that on there. Now I told you there's a couple of options when it comes to using this stamp. Because you've got that die on board, you can stamp the whole thing out. Let's just pop that there, it's getting in my way. You can stamp the whole thing out, leave it as it is on the front of a card, absolutely. You can also die cut the outside edge, so you've got that beautiful sort of torn edge look, but also you can stamp the inside, and that's what we're going to do. We're just going to use the inside of our heliotrope. So first of all, I've just got some colours on board. Let's have a look. We've got some dye inks here, and I'm going to do a little bit of spritzing. So I'm not being too worried about where I put the colour. The whole idea is to just get a bit of colour down onto our stamp.
Yeah, and when you've got polymer as well, you don't realise how much ink's actually going down there.
Oh, absolutely.
I love to see, you know, a clear stamp suddenly make that contact with the cardstock, and it is like magic every time.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spritz this with some water, let the colours sort of play with each other there. They're going to move about a little bit. And this is why I'm using my watercolour card. I'm just going to stamp it down like so. Now, as I say, I'm cutting off the wording and everything, so I'm not worried if the wording hasn't picked up. I'm happy with that. Oh, excuse me. I dropped my bit of tissue here. I'm just going to take some of that colour away, just a little bit, not too much. There we go. I'm going to ink it again, and this time I'm going to do it without spritzing it.
Right.
I'm going to leave that colour on.
So does it matter that there's still some moisture on that card? Is that the best way, or would you normally let that dry totally? Does it matter?
I mean, you could. I mean, yes, probably if I went in there, I'd dab that away a little bit because I don't want the purple and the green mixing together. But the whole idea is here, I'm kind of not too worried about how it looks. The whole idea is we're going to get a sort of vintagey feel, like it's just been sitting out for a while. Maybe it's been bleached by the sun or whatever. It's not. I'm not too worried. I mean, you could if you wanted to be precise about it, but you can see there by just going over again without the water, we get that sort of bleed, but we don't have like you were saying, we don't have too much mixing together.
No.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe my stamp clean, and this is where we're going to bring the vintage in. Ooh. Now I've got some sort of greyish ink here.
So it'll look more like a pencil drawing. Do you tend to use more greys than black now, or does it depend? Just
I like a grey when I want to go vintagey. When I want it to kind of, it's not too. When I don't want, I'm not bothered about being too precise. That's kind of what I go with. I like the idea of it kind of just. Yeah, I think the whole idea of it, the paper having been around for a while. If I want a crisp look, I personally would go for the black.
Okay.
So there we go.
Look at that, hasn't that made such a difference?
So you've got a real vintage feel. I missed a little bit, we've got a little bit of white there, but that's kind of the whole idea. So I'm just going to pop my Eureka out of the way for a moment, and what we're going to see is the dies that you get on board.
Okay.
So we've got our dies here. You get that beautiful torn paper look. This one here. So if you are sort of, particularly if you are new to crafting and you struggle a little bit with getting that torn paper look, this looks really cool, but I think that adds to the vintage. And then you get the two dies out of that two sets, which is the heliotrope and the hibiscus. And then you've just got to remember which is that one. I was looking at it going, oh no,
they do look quite similar at the moment, don't they?
Oh no, that isn't the right one, see?
You soon realise when you try and layer them up.
If you try and layer them up, you realise, actually, Helen, come on, that clearly doesn't look the same. So we're just going to line this up. And again, you get a little bit of an edge. You get an edge around the die. So if you don't line it up perfectly, you don't have to worry, because you get that kind of, it's not really a bleed edge, but you get that little border. Yeah. And again, I'm not worried too much. I just want to kind of cut it out. So we're going to bring in our die cutting machine. I'm going to send that through. Now, I will let you a little sort of tip. Watercolour card is a dense card, because obviously you're using it to hold a lot of moisture. So you may find sometimes that you need to send it through the die cutting machine a couple of times. Don't think that's anything wrong with the die cutting machine or anything wrong with the die. It's just because of the denseness of that card.
That's the thing. It's not always about the thickness or the weight of the card. No. It is about the fibres in there, isn't it?
Absolutely. Because they're so packed in there to hold on to the water. So I've sent it through twice, as you can see. I mean, maybe if I was at home, I'd send it through one more time, but I'm pretty sure that will be fine.
Okay.
Just pop my die cut machine. Here we go. All the excitement of it all. And just, you can see how it's just come out really easy. It's that tape's just holding on to it. And so there you go, with your beautiful hibiscus there. Now, you could go in a little bit more, you could edge it up, you could put some more colours on. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start building our card. So what I've got here, you can see there's the hibiscus on a darker colour with that beautiful torn edge. And we're going to pop this on.
That torn edge looks very authentic, because there's no symmetry to it, and there wouldn't be if you'd torn it naturally, would there?
Absolutely, no, that's completely right. It would look, you know, you'd be tearing slightly harder and things on certain places. So let me just snip this away. I want a slightly smaller one here.
Okay. You need to stock up on all your essentials, like your glues and your foam pads. We'll have plenty on the website as well.
Perfect. Yeah, again, I think when you're going to do a sort of decoupage look like this, I think it's always good to use foam pads just to kind of bring it out away from the backing. And then we're just going to line it up like so. So there we go. And then we're going to start building our card. So what I've done is just to keep, this is from the Sunflower collection. Whenever I use craft card, I like to sort of almost do a watermark on the back, almost with exactly the same colour, and I think that also adds to the vintage nature. So that's just literally stamped from those sunflowers that you get on in the collection.
Actually, I can see why that just worked beautifully in the background without overpowering everything. It just ties it all together.
Absolutely. I think particularly when you've got craft card, it kind of helps in that way. And then I've just got a little bit of corrugated card, kind of give it a little bit more of a vintage thing. Just having some fun with a bit of mixed media almost. And then I'm just going to pop these on.
Actually, this allows a really nice crossover, doesn't it, with your card making into your mixed media, using the stamps and the dies in different ways. You can go very clean with your crafting, you can go a little bit more grungy, you know, you decide on the colours. I love the fact that you've got those torn edges there, so you've got that vintage feel, but then you've got the clean cut of the die as well, so you're really getting that balance beautifully.
Absolutely. Oh, sorry, I'm getting in the muddle there. And then we're just going to bring in just a little bit of twine here to keep with the vintage feel. And I think what you're saying, Catherine, is really right. I think sometimes when people think about doing mixed media, they get a bit worried. They're like, oh no, I'm a clean crafter, I'm a card maker, that's it. And it kind of scares them in a way. I think if you are already using more than one medium, well, you're already mixed mediaing then, you know. So if you use anything on your card that is not, is not card, you're already doing mixed media. So have a go with it on your card blanks.
Do you know, I can imagine these beautiful flowers as well, stamped onto fabric, a calico,
or,
you know, make little bags, little gift bags or something. They would look very pretty.
Very cool. So we're just going to twine the twine round, twine the twine round, like so, and stick it at the back.
Okay.
And then, oh, here we go with our little button here. Actually, what I think I'll do is I'll put a little bit of a foam pad on that button so we can keep that stuck down. If I were at home, actually, if I'm working with something like a button, I would probably use a glue gun.
Yeah.
But just for speed, we'll pop that on, and then we're going to snip this away.
Okay.
What do we not need? We don't need that bit there.
Any twines, I mean, just at the moment, you know, you could go to any garden centre, you can pick up sort of a rough twine, can't you, which would look perfect.
Absolutely. I love using twine in card making. I think it's so fun, and it kind of just adds another sort of texture almost to your card making. And then we're just going to pop this on, like so. If you're someone who, a little tip as well, if you're not really into making depth and dimension by using foam pads, because you worry about the instant stick that foam pads have, I always say put a little bit of wet glue, because then you get the instant grab of a foam pad but the little movability of the wet glue. So we'll lay that on top,
and there's the security that it's stuck well.
Absolutely. And then we're just going to finish it off again, sort of that wood feeling that we've got. I've just got some little Scrabble pieces here, or whatever, little wooden blocks. These are actually from a Scrabble board. I stole them. we had. I don't know about you, but do you have like board games in your house, and for some reason something's missing, and yet you still keep the board game?
Then you find it on your
you don't bin it. You don't bin it. So we've got like we've got the tiles, but we don't actually have the board. So I don't know why we still got it. So I was like, before my mum popped it in the bin, I was like, I'll have that.
They are brilliant though, aren't
Everything's possible for craft.
My brother and my mum play Scrabble a lot. They love it.
I love Scrabble.
So I better not pinch theirs, have I? I will be in trouble then.
They might notice if they suddenly can't make certain words. So we're just going to hold that down for a second. Again, if I was using this at home, I would absolutely use my glue gun.
Gorgeous.
Just for speed.
What a lovely demonstration. Isn't that beautiful? That could be on the front of a journal as well, or a notebook. That would look perfect, wouldn't it? Gorgeous. Now, we've got such a good deal on these. We will be back with Helen in a little while, of course. Let's give you a reminder there of the bundle. You know, that particular stamp that was created there or used there in that demonstration is from the bundle we're seeing on the screen right now. It is absolutely gorgeous. Every time I'm seeing those beautiful stamps with the script and the flowers, it does remind me of those books, you know, those botanical books. It looks as though the pages have been taken out, or they've survived maybe the rest of the book from disintegrating, because it happens, doesn't it? We need to treasure our bits and pieces, our books. You know, charity shops now are seeing less and less and less. But you start creating with these stamps and build up your own memory books, your cards, your home decor projects. And, you know, who knows in the future who will be looking at them and thinking, you know, these are very, very old now, and someone has taken a lot of time and care to create them. Let's have a look at those stamps again. In fact, I will bring those boards back in. Very quickly, just to remind you what you're getting here. So the first bundle, the gorgeous butterflies. You've got the dies included, of course, so you can cut out that postage stamp, you can cut out the wings there. You're going to be able to do that. If you want to take them out separately, you can do. Looking at the next one, we've got the hibiscus flower, which is gorgeous. I mean, they come in all sorts of different colours, I believe, hibiscus as well. I used to have them in my garden. I had a really sort of bright pink one. It was gorgeous. Then we've got the heliotrope there as well. They come together in that packet that we've just seen Helen using. And of course, we mustn't forget about that edging there, that vintage edging. And then we've got almost that pinked edge, as though you've gone around with your pinking shears. It's very, very effective. We've got the rose, and finally we should have the petunia. There it is, another favourite flower of many people. Gorgeous bundle, this one. £67.49 is your saving. We can split this 3 ways again because £13.48 with the P&P if it applies. That's all you need to pay today. 895567 is that item number. Those gorgeous samples that we've just seen there. We said it earlier, didn't we? Less is more with this. Don't feel that you've got to throw absolutely everything at it. You let the stamps do the talking. Let them do the work. They are stunning. Now we've got... Well, we've talked about that saving, but I've got to remind you, maybe you've come in part way through the show as well, it equates to 60% off the original price. If you want to go for individuals, by all means do so. You can see those at the bottom of the screen. Every now and again we'll pop those up, or you can find them on the website. But that saving is in the bundle. Now, that's the first of 2 bundles. Let's have a reminder of the second one. This is your Sunflower Memories, and you've also got Craft Stash. Now, this is a lovely mix of different styles, I think. Of course, you've got sunflowers included in there, which we'll see shortly. 028508 is the item number on this one. Club price, another huge saving, another 60% saving at £53.99, taken off the original price, bringing that down. If you use Flex, it's just £11.99 today. In loving memory there is stunning. I mean, we've talked about the border. If you want to elongate that, you can do. You've got the dies that correspond, so you can cut that out. I mean, separating the florals here and building them up would be wonderful as well. So think about the snipper as well as how the dies will work. I've got to say, this is definitely a favourite. The sunflowers, isn't that gorgeous? I see lots of ways of working with this one. And then, of course, we call this one also Craft Stash, and that's where this board comes in. We've got those fabulous sentiments there. I still think, yeah, home is where the Craft Stash is. I should have that on my gate, definitely, instead of Beware of the Dogs, which... You should never beware of my dogs, they'll just lick you to death. But there you go, 028508 is the item number there. Now we've got some more samples to show you. Just at the front here, we've got some beauties on display. I mean, using those different colours again. Oh, the design team, are these yours or a design team that have worked their magic?
Oh, this is a design team. They're so talented,
fabulous.
Unbelievable design team. Stamps by Me have.
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Let's show you a picture of exactly what you get in there. Of course, keep that packaging. Don't forget about that QR code. Very, very important. There's a lot of inspiration available without paying any extra. Now, it's not the only items we've got on the show as well, so we're going to go through 1 or 2 other things. Actually, I spotted these when we looked at the website, and straight away they stood out because I thought they look like my sorts of colours. So to have them on the show, these are beautiful. I would multi-buy on these for sure. Helen, tell us about them.
So I love this. The Stamps by Me paper here, it kind of feels like someone's created this texture, like they've taken some time doing a bit of watercolouring and things like that. This is 12 by 12, and what I love about it is that it is completely uncoated. So if you are wanting to put your pastes, your stamps, your colours and things like that, if you're wanting to mix it up, you absolutely can. And you can see there the kind of kaleidoscope colours that you get there. You get your pinks moving into your greys, yellows, your blues. These would look absolutely stunning at the front of a card, maybe in stamping on them with your the stamps from the bundle we've got today, but also in the background using as mats and layers. But I also love the idea of using these for your scrapbooking and things like that, because I think they're so stunning. They're kind of a real good base for you to then get creative and become an amazing artist with these fabulous papers.
These are really beautiful, aren't they? You know, to overstamp, to heat emboss, to die cut, you know, to ink. As Helen said, uncoated there, so perfectly easy to use. Gorgeous, gorgeous colour palette there. And that's not all. We're not just getting the 12 by 12s, of course. We're getting the 7 by 7 stencil. What else have we got? We've got stamps in here as well.
I love these stamps. These are wonderful sort of scene building stamps that you've got here. You've got that lighthouse. You've got the sort of, you know, fairy house in the hill. You've got the sort of park with a pathway running through it, and that beautiful little wooden house. So think about stamping these out onto watercolour backgrounds, or getting your alcohol markers, maybe getting stamps that you've already got from Stamps by Me. We've had trees and things like that you could incorporate here. I do think that these are sort of the front of a card. They're so gorgeous. I love that the little house inside the sort of mound there. I think that's super clever.
Do you know, if I may, I'm going to turn this the other way up as well so we can see the lighthouse.
I love the lighthouse.
And the little cabin there as well.
Again, you've got amazing, particularly on that lighthouse, you've got sort of amazing shading, so it really does add to that sort of pencil drawn look. And I think personally, all you'd have to do is stamp that down, maybe add a little bit of a red or a darker orange or something around the top of the lighthouse, maybe even do a bit of sort of light shining through the glassware, and that would look really gorgeous. They are fantastic scene building stamps.
There's something else that we haven't mentioned yet as well, your white confetti ink.
I love this stuff, it's so amazing. So when you get your confetti, if I just pick it up actually, because I want to kind of talk about it and give you a little bit of information. So this is your pack, and you'll see that you get a lot in here. A lot goes, a little, sorry, goes a long way, which is really clever. So what happens is when you get it home, it's completely dry. Let me just hold it open. And you might even see you'll get little sort of cracks and dibbles and things like that. That's completely normal, completely exactly what you expect. And what you're going to do is you're going to get your spray bottle, just spritz some water on, and that activates it. Now this is uber pigmented, so there's a lot of pigment on here, so it goes beautifully onto your white cards, your dark cards, your light cards, everything like that. This is perfect to paint with. Also, if you're someone who likes to put a bit of splattering, if you've got a grey card and you add a bit of splitter and splatter on it, this will work perfectly. It also, like I say, you can paint with it, so you can dilute it slightly and paint it on your darker shade cards, and then it will just dry up like so. And then to reactivate it, again, you just spritz it. And like I say, this has got so much pigment so that it goes down on those beautiful dark coloured shade cards you've got.
I love what it says on the lid as well. If you have a little look, we've got double the pigment, double the fun. Well, you can double up on the bundle if you so wish. Go for two, why not? 559942 is the item number there. You're saving £17.50. And if you're in the club, it's just £10.49 today. That is a gorgeous bundle, it really is.
I love the stencil as well, really stunning. Very 3D look.
Well, do you know, the stencil, is that exactly how it comes out? So you've got that sort of optical illusion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Isn't that clever?
You could do it sort of as waves on the sea, but it also reminds me of sound waves that you get as well, things like that. So there's a lot of options. And if you're thinking of maybe, because obviously you're getting everything in the bundle, this isn't a pick and mix, you get everything you see, this would be wonderful to add a bit of colour to some white card and then stamp over with those seam builders, pop a sentiment on, and it will look gorgeous.
Good to go. Yes, it is really a lovely bundle. Check those baskets out, and in the meantime, while you're doing that, also, you might be wanting to look at the website as well. In fact, we've got so much more over there. Don't forget the 60% discount on those bundles. They are absolutely stunning. You're not going to be disappointed with the quality, of course. Don't forget about the Eureka. I know we've been busy on that. We've got lots of wonderful essentials for you. There's all sorts, in fact. Just browse at your heart's content. Oh, we've got some pictures missing, it seems. They're coming soon. That's what it says anyway. There's still loads to say, and you can read the description, I'm sure.
Absolutely. So we're going to work with Loving Memory.
Okay.
So again, this is the packaging, similar to what I was saying to you previously. You're going to keep the stamps and your dies in there, and remember, you've got that QR code on the back. Again, like I say, with every single Stamps by Me product, you get that. So remember to scan that. I'm going to bring out my dies here. Let's just pop that there. And we're going to, first of all, we're going to work with the large stamp. Whoop. So let's pop that to one side. I'm going to bring my Eureka in again. Again, this is a large stamp, so I highly recommend getting your Eureka and stamping with this. And what I'm going to do, I'm kind of going to do something slightly different. I'm only going to use part of the stamp. But what I want to do, now this is another tip. Usually I would say, you know, use the wall here to make sure that your paper is flat. But obviously I want this to hang off, so I'm going to use the top. But I would always recommend to use these walls to make sure that you're keeping your stamp straight. If straight is how you want it. If you don't want it to be, well, don't worry about it.
Of course.
And I'm just going to pick it up, and we're going to start adding some colour.
Okay.
So this has got beautiful detail on, and so, you know, you don't need to do a lot to it. Just get your colours out. You could even just do it in a beautiful black and white. I'm going to add a little bit of pink, a little bit of purple, kind of let those two colours play together, and then we've got this beautiful sort of wreath detail. Which side do I need to stamp? I don't want to stamp unnecessarily.
The craft card would look gorgeous.
Oh yes,
as well.
Absolutely, that would look stunning. So we're going to do that, and we're going to stamp it down. I love how you can
see the little stamens and the florals on this one, which you can pick out. You could even put little beads on there, a bit of sparkle if you do have a glitter.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is when it comes to these stamps, I mean, I'm kind of doing what I see, what I like, but, you know, you can completely mix it up, change the colourways, whatever you want. Let's go in with a little bit more of that purple, because actually I kind of like that with just a little bit of the pink. So I'm just going to stamp again because I've got my Eureka. I wasn't wholly happy that I'd caught every piece of the leaves, and I wanted to change the colour. So because I've got my Eureka, I am able to go in and re-ink and know that it's going to be in exactly the same place. So there you go.
The technique that you use as well, Helen, it's almost as though you're walking with your fingertips rather than pressing down. No, it's good because you can see you're covering nice and even, but you're not putting a lot of pressure and you don't need to do that.
Absolutely, you do not need to do that. That's so funny walking, I love that. I never thought about that, walking with my fingers. That's amazing. Yeah, you don't need to add a lot of pressure. It isn't about pushing it down and getting the line. And actually, I would say, since you sort of commented on that, the less pressure is better, because if you push too hard, you'll end up splaying the stamp, and that's why you might end up getting like that halo look. Then what I've got here is I've got one of these stamps from the sunflowers. So again, you can mix and match, completely up to you. You don't have to just use the sentiment that's in the stamp set there. So this is our fall in love with the process of becoming the best version of you, which I think is a lovely thing to say to somebody.
Now, am I right in thinking earlier on you said with this particular set, with the dies, you can cut out the centre as well, so it cuts around those flowers?
So this one let me show you the die. This one cuts the centre out every time. The sunflower one is the one where you can choose. Absolutely. So you get that versatility. I mean, again, this one, woo!
They're from the same bundle though, aren't they?
Yes, exactly. So this one's got the die in, so you're going to cut both out. Whereas with the sunflower, you do remove the die if you need to. Okay. Let's walk across my Eureka. That's lovely. I love that. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to take this out, pop this to one side, and we're going to have a little bit of fun, just to add a little bit more colour. So what I've got here, I've got a crystal pen, and I'm just going to sort of manipulate some of those to fill them in. You see, because the crystal pen will move that ink because it's still a little bit wet. Yeah. But I don't lose any of that beautiful definition on the stamp itself. I just sort of fill it in. Now you could go
that very delicate sparkle.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can see there that you get that beautiful sparkle with the Gossip pen here. So this is one of the Stamps by Me Gossip pens. I don't know if they're on the website, but I think we did have them in a couple of shows ago. So if you haven't picked these up, definitely use them. Pardon?
They could be in the brand shop then. If
yeah, absolutely. But you know, we hopefully will get to bring these back to you sometime soon. And then what I'm going to do is I'm now going to stamp out our little detail here. Now, as I said to you, these are a continual image. So what you do if you want to do it more than the size that it is, if I just show you before we stamp this out, you see here there's a little sort of circle of the centre of the flower and a little sort of circle of the centre of the flower here. If you'd stamp this and then you line it up with the stamp, the two circles, you're going to get a perfect image every time. So make sure you stamp those circles together. Yeah. And then we're just going to bring in my Eureka. And I'm going to show you how simple it is to stamp this out. Sorry, I'm going to get your hand again. I've just put inky fingers on that, so we're going to turn it over and use the other side. You see that? I'm terrible. I get ink everywhere. I try to be the cleanest crafter ever, but I am not that. I will forever have, like, every card I've ever given anyone, 100% has my fingerprint on it. So like, if there's anyone ever needed a copy of my fingerprint.
There's a great bundle, Helen, today. I don't know if you've noticed, it's got butterflies in it, because you know what we do with those smudgy fingers?
Absolutely.
Stick a butterfly on it.
Just stick a butterfly or a gem or something like that. There's always a way. Never throw anything away because you've got a dotty finger on it. Just leave it there. Say, actually, that was completely deliberate. I meant to put that on there. So we're just going to put a little bit of colour down with our pink and our purple to make
I've had a lovely thought, Helen.
Oh, yeah, go on.
You know what you need to do, don't you?
Oh, go on.
You need to dip all your fingertips in ink and do your walking and create some artwork that way.
I can have a bit of finger painting, see? And then it is completely deliberate. So you can see how simple that is to stamp out. And as I was saying, what I would do, let me just move this up and show you how easy it is. I'm not going to do it for this card, but you just see here the dot on, can you see that little dot there on the centre of the flower?
If we just slide it
over. Sorry, I need to get it in the centre. That helps.
We'll see
so you get that little dot there where my finger is, and you literally are just going to line it up, and that's how you get your continued stamp. Okay, but I've got one pre-cut here, and we're going to add a little bit of glitter onto this. So we're going to. So there you go. That's it, die cut, and I'm just going to put a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of glue in the middle, like that, just to add.
Okay.
And then let's get, there we go, I'll use this to help me because I should have had a little piece of paper.
Oh, doesn't that colour look nice with the black? Look how that pops now, Helen.
Lovely. See, I wasn't going black, but you know, happy accidents.
Yeah. Oh,
so these
nice
are some Stamps by Me sparkles.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
I absolutely love them. I'm really hoping Tony will bring these out soon for you guys. But like I say, like you said with before, you can get them on her website. But that just kind of brings that little pop out here. See, even this, I'm a mess.
Oh,
I've got glitter everywhere.
That's niceness, though. A little bit of sparkle here and there.
Helen's been here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring in a card. I've just got some bit of background to match there with the pink and the purple. And we're going to pop these on. So it just shows you can die cut these if you want to, but also in the same token, if you just literally want to stamp them on, you can. And then I'm just going to bring in my foam pads and just lift that up. Here we go.
So these designs are going to be used so often as well, aren't they? Because, you know, florals, special vintage, text, sentiments, there's always a use for them. So you're not going to put them away in a drawer and then forget about them, I don't think.
Absolutely not. I think as well, because of the versatility, just by changing the colourways, like you were saying there, where just putting that sort of purple and pink with the black, you have the ability to change those colourways and you'll be able to use those again and again. And then I'm just going to lay that over the top. And there we go. So again, it just shows you how easy and simple it is. But before we change, I just want to show you how flipping it, same ink, everything, sparkles, but just by flipping it and doing the wreath with the die cut,
look at that.
and then the thing at the back. And as you can clearly see, the white that I've got on this card is much longer than the white that I've got on this one. So you can see how easy it is to build up that continual colour, the continual dye, just by lining those two sort of centres of the flowers together.
Both equally as beautiful. Take that inspiration, of course. Now, if you do want to grab these at club price, you need to join that club. We'll tell you how you can do that.
Did you know the Create and Craft Club offers weekly vouchers and some fantastic early bird deals? Joining the club means you get even more, especially as club members receive 10% off everything we sell.
Everything?
Yes, everything. And we haven't even mentioned the 4 quarterly Craft Club magazine.
Whoa, where you going, mate? I'm off to join the club.
Dan!
Yes, it's well worth joining that club. You know, you do make a lot of savings, and you can do that very, very easily. 555 555. Right, we're back here at the wonderful display that we've got as samples, and of course the dies and the stamps. 2 different collections, so 2 different item numbers we can go through. I think it's worth seeing the boards again, Helen, don't you? Because
absolutely.
You know, you really appreciate what you're getting for your money here as well, and that huge saving of 60%. That's what it equates to when we work that out from the original price. So we're starting with the Petunia again here. Yes, that was club price, of course. That's why, you know, it is worth joining that club. You can see the difference it makes. That gorgeous sort of edging there. Again, it looks like a little postage stamp edging, doesn't it? Or the pinking edging that we've mentioned earlier on. The hibiscus there. I mean, if you want to cut out further, you can take those elements out separately.
Absolutely.
You could decoupage them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that they're very versatile. You've got the ability here to mix it up by just stamping, die cutting, using that beautiful edge. But remember, those edges also come in and can be used with other stamps that you've got and things like that. I just love the idea of you saying they look like pinking shears, because I remember as a kid we always used to save Christmas cards and use the pinking shears.
Did you do that as well?
Yeah, cut the pinking shears out and then use that as a topper for another card.
Yes,
another year.
Absolutely.
So that's really kind of vintage in that way.
That takes me back. That's a memory.
I love these as well. You get 4 different butterflies here, and they tell you the name here if you want to colour them exactly as they are in nature. But of course, again, you can do what you like. I love the little sort of price thing here you've got, and then you've got a slightly smaller stamp, but then this is sort of the piece de resistance. Look at that. You can just snip those wings out with the die that you get on board. Think about snipping those and building up several. Like maybe you could do vellum over the top, or acetate as well. You could stamp onto that.
Acetate would be beautiful, wouldn't it? Use your alcohol pens to colour. Oh my word. Right, more in the way of the florals. Do you know, the more I look at these, Helen, I'm thinking how beautiful they would look framed in a kitchen as well.
That would look so cool if you had, like, you know, those frames where they've got like 3 different
that's it,
places.
that's how I imagine it.
Absolutely, no, I'd love that. And again, if you've got friends who are into gardening and things like this, is a perfect card. But if you yourself are into gardening, if you've got pictures of yourself doing it, or you've been to some beautiful garden somewhere in those manor houses, this could be great for scrapbooking pages with those photos as well.
Do you know, if you're buying a plant for someone and you happen to be buying a hibiscus, for example, that would make it the most amazing tag. Or maybe if you've got seeds for plants, you could make your own packaging. Just beautiful. Again, there we've got more in the way of those florals, the botanicals. That's what they remind me of with the style that we've got here, that vintage look, the torn edge there, the dye that cuts out. So the heliotrope is the one that we're currently looking at there. We don't know the buzz, obviously. Oh no, we've got the rose to go, haven't we? Let's find the rose.
That beautiful
I think
rose.
we started with the petunia this time. We kind of mixed it up a little bit, didn't we? There's the rose.
I love that.
There is absolutely beautiful. Everybody loves a rose, whether it's an English rose or not. It's beautiful. They are £40 and 45 pence. That's if you're in the club. We're going to break this one down for you. So you've got those flexes. Everybody needs that same item number though, 895567. So that's our first selection, our first collection. Nothing to stop you going for both collections. It's just 2 different item numbers, so do remember that. So the second set, we do kind of mix it up a little bit here, don't we? Because we've got the beautiful sunflowers. We've got, of course, also the crustaceans. So, you know, you can have a bit of fun with the sentiments. Again, we've got boards to show you. Once again, this bundle carries that 60% saving. Every time we look at the samples, I'm just spotting more and more things, but I think the simplicity is just incredible. And it says everything it needs to say.
And remember, you saw in my first demo that I was mixing and matching from those 2 different collections, so you absolutely could bring pieces of each into your demos.
You really can. There's that border again, you know, that wreath. If you wanted to cut out those flowers separately in decoupage, you could do. Stamping directly onto the cardstock, die cutting, you've got the choice because you've got the dies and the stamps. I think that is one of the most beautiful sunflowers I've ever seen. I love the movement in this. But again, you can change it up if you want, and the sentiments are just perfect.
And I love the fact that where you've got that wreath, that the piece comes out from the middle for both that and the in memory, these could absolutely be frames around a picture as well. You don't have to just think of them as toppers for cards. So if you've got a box frame at home, get one of these, cut them out, stick a picture behind, that would look gorgeous.
It really would. Now we've got to see, of course, our lovely craft stash sentiments once again, really readable. They're great, aren't they? Now, the fact that if you've got the Eureka, I remember you saying if you've got MDF, you could stamp directly onto it.
You could.
Little plaques, hang them on the door with those sentiments.
I just love the kind of 60s vibe going on here, and I love how these aren't, like, sometimes sentiments are maybe a little bit like you put them on at the end. This is going to hold your card. You really don't need to worry about using other stamps and things if you don't want to. These are really going to be a focus of a card.
Gorgeous. Right, 3 payments of £11.99 if you're going for that bundle. Item number 028508. Now, there's something that I would definitely recommend popping into your basket this hour as well, whether you're going for one of those collections or not. And we're going to give you a reminder of that next. It is an incredible bundle. There's a lot going on in it. And you'll see why I love it so much, because look at the colour palette we've got here. We've got 12 by 12 papers. They are beautiful. We've got the 7 by 7 stencil, which is so clever as a design, isn't it?
Absolutely. I love that wave. That makes it so versatile. So if you're making sort of seaside cards and things like that, you could use that. If you're using things for like sound waves, or you know, when you see the sort of volume things on videos and stuff, where you get that sound wave, that would look really cool. But I also, the fact that we've got that beautiful 12 by 12, that's 200 DSM, sorry, 8 designs, that's 24 sheets. But I love about that this one is very sort of spring-like. You know, this is something, you know, those beautiful pastels, this is all uncoated. So if you are wanting to stamp onto this, use your glitters on it, use your pastes, you can absolutely use this. This is a good weight for both sort of backing papers, but also a good weight for die cutting and for using in scrapbooking as well. You know, you can snip into this, use all those pieces. Beautiful.
Yeah, directly stamping on with those gorgeous stamps that we've got today. You know, the fact that, as Helen's just said, you can add those different mediums there as well.
Absolutely.
You know, these are quite muted colours. You've got that mottled effect in the background. That, for me, gives you the allowance of creating something. You can add the depth of colour. You can keep it quite muted. The colours together are absolutely perfect. You know, when you look through the magazines and online for those colours that go so well together, you will see these. And this is why it's so clever that these have been put together in a whole bundle. And we've not even finished talking about it, because not only the 12x12s, not only the 7x7 stencil, but also we've got the white confetti ink, which we're going to give you a reminder of, and also a stamp set as well. So I've just gone through a few of the pages there. Let's talk a little bit more about this ink again, Helen.
Okay, so this is, as I said to you, I mean, it says on the front of the packaging, this has got double pigment in. This has got a seriously pigmented paint. Slow down, Helen. Rethink what you're saying. Which means that if you're using it on dark coloured card, it's going to show up beautifully. Now, what you'll see here, you can see some of the sort of little doubles and dashes and things like that in the paint. That's completely normal. What you're going to do is you're going to get your little spray bottle, spritz on this when you get it home. It activates that paint. You can paint with it, so if you are painting straight onto a stamp onto black dark card, gorgeous. You can also use this as little splatters on your card to give detail into the backgrounds and things like that. And then what will happen, it will dry up again when you finish using it, so it will go back to this form, and to reactivate it you just spritz it again. There is so much in here, and you really don't need a lot to make a really big impact on your card. So it's going to be one of those things that lasts a long time for you. I just love the confetti ink. It's so super clever.
Do you know, you can see how much you're getting there for your money as well. That is a huge pot. And of course the stamp set. Let me just bring that back in again, just as a reminder. Probably looking at the packaging with the coloured images will show you exactly what you can achieve with these, but it's nice to see the size of the stamps as well. Do you know, Helen, just while I'm showing these, there's a card just to your right, the grey one. I'm just wondering if the confetti ink has been used on that.
Yes,
as the splatters.
Good spot. It
absolutely stood out to me when we looked at the samples earlier on.
You can see here, and actually I say to you about using it on dark colour card, this is still fairly of a light colour card, and it shows up beautifully. That's that pigment ink in it, because it's drying much darker than you'd expect. And so you can see here what they've done is they've just used it to sort of accent parts of the back of the card. I think that's super clever. This is a perfect example not only of the confetti ink, but how amazing these stamps are, just in two tones of colours, and yet the card really stands out because you noticed it. You remembered the card.
I really truly did. I love everything about it. Gorgeous, gorgeous sample. 559942 if you're going for the bundle there. That is a huge bundle, isn't it? With a fantastic saving once again, £17.50 off the original price there if you're in the club, of course. And that flexi just makes it a little bit easier for everybody. £10.49 is all you need to pay today. Now, Helen, when are you back again?
I will be back with this still this afternoon. Oh, so it's not afternoon, it's 7 o'clock. So it's
7 o'clock this evening.
7 o'clock this evening with these. So hopefully we can do some more fun demos and sell some more stuff.
Oh, I think you're with Yanis later, so that'll be a lovely treat for everybody. Yes, do tune in again at 7 o'clock. In fact, in between now and then, don't go anywhere. You don't need to move a muscle, because we've got more fantastic shows ahead. I'm going to give you the menu shortly as well. I know Leonie's ready and waiting. Nigel's coming up next. Thank you, Helen.
Thanks, Catherine.
It's been a delight. Thank you very much. Oh, isn't it nice having a menu again? All in Create Stamping One Day Special coming up next. And then we've got Pergamano's show. That was a brilliant show earlier. Crafty Lass in Crafts Extra.
Hello everyone, we're the Pink Ink Ladies.
I'm Kathy.
And I'm Mel, and we've been crafting for 30 years. We're passionate about fabric, so our main thing is to stamp on fabric or stencil on fabric. We can't wait to show you all our new hand-illustrated stamp and stencil designs, whether you're using them on cards or soft furnishings. Kathy and I get together at Pink Ink Towers, and we can't wait to share our ideas. We choose all our subject matter together, and then Kathy goes away and hand illustrates all our fantastic finished designs. All of our products are manufactured in the UK, and we pride ourselves on the quality of our range. On our shows, we're excited to share all our hints, tips and techniques for you to get the most out of our products.
Tickets are on sale now for Crafting Live at Sandown Racecourse. Featuring exclusive offers and competitions. Over 800 make and takes. Stock up from over 50 exhibitors. And meet and greet our craft presenters. Plus, craft members save 25% off their tickets. Book your tickets now at creatingcraft.com and search for Crafting Live.
My name's Hannah Roxbury and I am the brand ambassador for Carnation Crafts. Carnation Crafts are known for their die sets, but it doesn't stop with just a metal die. What they also bring you is free original colourway vignettes. So that levels the playing field. If you're new to crafting, you can go onto their website, download what we call a vignette, and that allows you and opens up a world of artistry. Behind the scenes, everyone on the team is so passionate about what they do, and I think that really does come over in all of the designs, all of the products, whether it be a die, whether it be a stamp, whether it be the paper packs as well. Everything is beautifully coordinated, so rather than having to think through the process of how to build a card, that is done for you, so you can just enjoy the making of it. If you're new to Carnation Crafts, perhaps you haven't tried us before, all I can say is give it a go. You won't be disappointed.
Good afternoon and welcome. Hello, you. Welcome back to Create and Craft. My name is Nigel May.
I'm Leonie Bushel.
And this is your one-day special. It's the last hour of the one-day special, isn't it?
Hours since all the hours did the funny thing.
What moved around is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, basically. That funny thing.
We're starting on that one.
Hours do funny things.
They do. They move and everything. But this one is set in stone now. It's the last of the one-day special hours. Every day we showcase a fabulous item. Today it's brand new and exclusive, and you are loving it. Already over 50% of the day's stock has gone. A phenomenal price, in fact more, because we are busy on the phone lines already. It comes from one of our favourite companies here at Create and Craft, doesn't it?
The wonderful All and Create. And All and Create bring us so many cool stamps. I mean, I love it because we've seen them grow. We've seen our lovely Abs. He joined us when he was quite shy for TV and stuff, not in real life.
But no, he's all like that in real life.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. He's amazing. But he's such a visionary. You know, he got together these incredible artists and they brought something different to our craft world. And he's continued to do that with, of course, the artists. The first collection, well, the main collection, the one that we shouldn't be seeing till the end of the month.
No, we brought this forward.
We've had to bring this forward, but wow, what a fantastic collection, because this is Misty.
Misty. She has sass, she has attitude, she is unapologetic in her ways, and it's life goals right there. There are 4 Misties in the collection. That is the Cougar, my personal favourite. You've also got the Boozer, which we are loving. You will notice there are fabulous sentiments with these. You've also got the Bikini Lady. That's beached for you there as well. And then if we go back to the first one, which was Misty herself, you get all 4 of those, plus you will get an acrylic block, which is the right size to fit Misty when you were stamping around. It's the humour with this as well, Pooge, isn't it?
Oh, it's fabulous. And what I love about these, that you can change them. You get your main character, but obviously you can make her who you want it to be.
Can I just say now 55% gone?
Of course you can, dear.
Lines.
See, because look at this, I will well chuffed for this one. So when you get onto the website, there'll be pick and mixers. On the pick and mixers, you will find, and all these need finishing colouring in, but you know, you'll find the fantastic little drink cart that came with the Marilyn collection. But this hair is from the stamps that we've got on this show. How cool is that beehive?
It's glorious.
Fabulous?
I'm living for the beehive. Nearly 60% of the stock has gone now. We are busier and busier. Let me do the maths on this one. If you are ordering it today, it's a one-day special price, so get that price whilst we have it. It should be $36.95 for these stamps. You get all 4 plus the acrylic block, of course, but your price today is $29.66. In the club, effectively, you are getting 1 for nothing. 1 Misty for free. Let's hope it's the Cougar. Do you know what I'm saying? Also, on top of that, we do have FlexiPay. You can split it down into 3 interest-free flexi payments. In the club, it's under a tenner, £9.89. 036252 is your item number. 3 ways to order. You can either order on the phone lines. It's a local rate number, 01733 62000. You can, of course, order via the app, which is the Craft Store app. That's what it says on the door. You go inside, it's Create and Craft.
Create and Craft.
It's confusing, but it's
very
good.
confusing.
And then also you can order on the website, which is all the W's dot.
CreateandCraft.tv. No, it isn't. .com.
.com. How many years, 6 years that changed? 6 years ago. But the thing is...
Because we're together, my brain has gone back.
Don't blame me.
It's your
also,
fault.
if you do put .tv, it will go there anyway. So it's not bad. You were right in a kind of wrong kind of way.
Yeah, it's standard.
Let's talk about the sentiments on this as well. Because
Can I just show you that?
Fun,
look at her. Look at her with her sunglasses. I'm so pleased with that one. She looks fabulous.
She does look a little burnt in places.
She's a little burnt. There's a little beach hut behind. Someone's kicked the ball and it's heading towards the head.
It happens.
And it's one of those, you just know the people who were watching that ball go slowly towards the head are going, oh no, I was so chuffed with her. But this is the thing, she doesn't look happy in any of them, but she's really having the time of her life.
We are now officially at 60% of the stock being gone on this one. Let's go through the ones that you've got as well. Let's start with Misty, because I mean, she is fabulous. Do you know what would be nice today as well? Because we like lots of interaction, don't we?
Yes, we like the interaction.
Let's do a question then. So
yes.
If you could be Misty for a day, because Misty is unapologetic, she is sassy, she has got attitude, she does what she likes and she likes doing what she likes, which is brilliant. If you could be Misty for a day, what would you do? I think I would probably, I'd probably like hang out on the beach and just talk to any passing handsome stranger, just be like really in their face, just as you can be.
Just be, I'd be, oh my gosh, I'm kind of like this anyway.
Yes,
I'd be horrendous. I'd be in the supermarket and literally anybody who like picked up something in plastic where the loose was next to it, I'd be like, what are you doing?
Or you could just change it.
Or I'd just open all the bags and put them in the loose and
Should we just do it?
Shall we do that?
Should we just pop to the local Waitrose? Other shops are available.
Obviously, I'd have my hair dyed blue and like a really tight perm.
Have a big beehive.
Have a beehive.
You have a big beehive. So let's talk about Misty to be. Oh, did you get your emails in? Sorry,
Misty.
I forgot. Studio@createandcraft.com is the address. Shall we do then the best story about what you would do if you were Misty for the day wins what you make this hour?
That would be marvellous because I've already got plans.
Our producer can then decide which story is her favourite.
Yes.
Okay. So get those emails in studio@createandcraft.com. Right. If you do want to go for all of these, we've got Misty. I mean, look at the sentiments on these as well. They're fabulous. Sometimes I wish I were a nicer person, but then I laugh and continue my day.
Reality called and I hung up.
I love that. Too glam to give a damn. What about our cougar? What does she say?
She says, I'm the thing that comes after cougar.
Sizzling hot.
One man's cougar is another man's grandmother.
And finally, you say cougar like it's a bad thing? That's fabulous. That's
Not
cougar. What about our boozer?
I think drink responsibly means don't spill it.
So true. We've also got cheers on there, of course.
I quit drinking for good, and now I drink for evil.
Lovely. I love that. That's so you. And then we've also got hangovers are temporary, drunk stories are forever.
Forever.
It's so true.
Especially as there'll be photographic evidence.
It's normally the case, isn't it? Then you've got your bikini lady as well, Misty, on the beach. I am loving her teeny weeny little bikini.
Fabulous, isn't it? Teeny weeny yellow bikini.
That's the one. You could make it a yellow polka dot bikini if you wanted to, couldn't you?
And I've actually, in one of my demos, I've decided to make it her underwear.
Oh, nice.
It requires a bikini. If it requires a bikini, my answer is yes.
Bikini body ready.
Drink in hand, toes in steps.
That's fabulous. And we did decide yesterday that that's... Suddenly you're Misty the boozer. But I do love the fact on that one as well. She's got a crabbing bucket. That's what we decided last night. There's actually a crabbing bucket that she's got there. Oh, hang on, it's got a tap on it.
Oh, yes, it's a wine
It's a thing. It's for like a wine cooler.
It is. Oh, my gosh.
We spent all last night talking crabs and we didn't
Talking
need
about
to.
crabs and really she's got a Chablis in there.
But you could mask that over and make it a crab bucket.
Yeah, you could.
Crabs or Chablis, that is the case.
Yeah. It could be whatever you need it to be.
Exactly. Crably. There you go. Mix the two.
Don't do that.
If you would like to go for these, you get all 4 of the stamp sets, plus you get the acrylic block as well. 036252 is your item number on that one. Now, as Leonie said, it's good to pick and mix and cross-pollinate with a lot of the other items on the show. We've got some pick and mixes back here, haven't we? Let's start with the one that we've got here, Pooch.
So, you're picking any 3. Now, we have got different variations. I must admit, these are your A7. The bigger pick and mix is the best deal. So the one where you're actually choosing more, I think it's, I can't remember. But anyway, choosing 8, you do get a better deal. Now, the pick and mix, what we've got now with our lovely Janet Klein, you've got so many. And I love this because you might have missed some of these. But also, you might not have wanted the bundle that we've gone for. So this allows you to go for your own bundle. Janet Klein is ace. She does give us characters that will fit with so many people that you know, and they are absolutely adorable. This is the first of the bundle, but please check the website because there's tons available.
Well, this is it. Pick any 8. I mean, we were going to get Kirsty on Magic Hands to get them all out, but we thought poor girl should be there all day, bless her. 259564 is your item number if you would like to go for those. Here's a little serving suggestion of some of the ones that you can choose from. The price on this, what's the club price on this? Because this is phenomenal. It works out at about 36 something, which I think for 8, 35.93. What's that divided by 8? That literally is what, about £4 each or something?
That's fabulous.
Something
I'm sure
like
they're
that.
£6.99.
£4.49 each.
I'm sure they're £6.99 each. And you see, you get so many stamps. I love them because I'll go back to some really old ones and still use them. And the sentiments are gorgeous as well. They are so ridiculously cool. So there, and we have literally 100 options.
Literally.
Yeah.
So that's the first one for you. 259564, your item number on that one. Now we've also got another one for you as well. Should we go for our A6? Now again, this is Janet Klein here, isn't it?
Absolutely. And again, you've got different options. Again, the bigger one is the better choice.
And it's choose any 5 on this one.
But it's choose any 5. And again, there's so many fabulous stamps to go for. 48 different options.
Wow.
What I love about Janet Klein, again, so much choice. I mean, I love the little dinosaurs. She's got such a look as Janet. You know, it's immediately recognisable. But what she does do every now and again, if we can show some of those A7s, every now and again she mixes it up. Like a lady, she's got the ladies and the gentlemen, where we'll have the gentlemen.
Is this a different item number here, though, isn't it?
Yes, I think this is still the A6 though, isn't it?
Lovely.
There's still the A6, so I bet when you look at the website, these will probably in the
cross-pollinate.
Yeah, because they're all A6 stamps. So, and the best one to go for is the biggest one.
But, can I say, they want me to lean back. There's actually no set for me to lean back. I'm just going to move that way. There you go.
lean. Maybe just get on the counter, darling. What she does as well is give us things that will mix and match. So like the houses, you'll be able to build your own little scenes.
Those women are so you as well.
The women are fabulous. They're fabulous. The hats are amazing. These will go with your cuties, but these will absolutely go with Misty. And that is definitely where I got the party hat from, which looks sensational.
If you want to go for that one, that is 907998, your item number there. That is your A6, a set of 5 for you to choose from. Now, I'm going to try and breathe in because here we have the I think I need to remove that out of the way so you can see, don't I? The stencils, if you would like to go for these. Now, again, we've got a choose any 4 here. There are literally loads of these. These are 6x6 stencils. They are 6x6 in size. There are 61 of these bad boys for you to choose from. So go and pick them on the website. Great for mixed media, Pooch.
Oh, they're such good quality. Really nice thick mylar. Honestly, the designs are sensational. So many incredible designs. Please check the website out for these. Obviously, an incredible price. Again, it's the kind of thing that you collect. Really, really recommend the stencils.
If you want to go for those, 239681 is your item number on that. All 4 for 1996 or 17 something if you are in the club. You're saving £8, which is kind of almost like you get 2-ish for free, which is brilliant.
Such a deal.
Is there a club price on that one or not? There is. We'll get that down by 10%, so that's going to take it down to 17.96.
Wow.
Which basically means you are getting all of those for about £4. 50 each.
That is so good.
£4.44 each.
That is so
to
good.
be precise.
And again, such a deal, and you'll use them again and again and again. Yeah, phenomenal.
Now, you and I, Pooch, we do like a happy hour.
Oh, don't we?
Normally
just
with
love.
a cocktail in our hand.
Oh gosh, that'd be marvellous.
With Misty. Get those emails into the way.
And your glass there, cherry.
A glass there, cherry and an umbrella.
Yeah,
Thank you very
take a
much.
little
Don't mind if I
umbrella.
do.
Pina colada.
Oh. A Long Island iced tea.
Oh, yeah.
A margarita
She'd have sex on
with
beach.
a salty rib. She would have sex on beach, wouldn't she? I love that. Not sex on the beach, sex on beach. That's what she'd call it. Sex on beach.
Sex on
this is your fabulous happy hour. Basically, for this hour and this hour only, because the price will go up at the end of the hour, we have got 3 fabulous items for you at a super low price. So if you want to get these in your basket and check out before the end of the hour, you will be saving the money. The first one that we've got some fabulous textured floral stamps here, Pooch.
Oh, we love these. Absolutely absolutely beautiful. So these are from our fantastic Tracy Evans. You've got good size stamps on this one as well. Absolutely beautiful. There's loads you can do because it's Tracy. They match wonderfully.
Good size as well,
aren't they? Yeah, they really, really are way bigger than the packaging. They really work with so many of other Tracy's designs, and I like the fact that you can do so many different fussy cutting elements out of them. Beautiful, and such a deal. Such a deal.
So that's the first one. You are getting those stamps there. You're also getting all three of these.
No, they're all
that's the
individual.
first one. So if you want to go for that one, 749110. But all three of these are happy hours, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one we've got for you is this one here. So again, same lady. This is the
Same
foliage.
lady. This is our lovely Tracy again, and of course, with Tracy, you've got your circles in there. You've got detail. I love the leaf because the leaf has got kind of the story inside it.
Yes.
Just beautiful, and they were super busy. I'm not surprised at these prices. Really fabulous, and again, they're just classics. From All and Create.
That's $11.99 or even lower than that if you are in the club, of course. And of course, we do have FlexiPay on things like this as well because it's over £10. Finally, this is very you. This is our Steampunk Alchemist. This is so Phileas Fogg, like Alchemist, Steampunk, sort of like Around the World in 80 Days. It's got all those vibes, isn't it?
Oh, I love this one. It's just cool. It's just cool. So much detail. The bottles are fabulous. The light bulbs. I mean, you know, the mad professor himself. Just sensational. Really gorgeous stamps. You get a lot for your money, and that is such a good saving.
11 large stamps for you, those. Well, they're all focal points, those stamps. I love the detail as well. If you have a look at the bottles, you can see the actual detail that you have on there.
And
it's
it
just lovely. And it is.
I love that stamp.
Sex on beach, and it is. There you go. I love you more than you know. 411351 is your item number on that one. $17.99, but it goes down with FlexiPay as well to £9 if you are in the Crate and Craft Club, which is rather phenomenal. Everything is on the website. What's the website address, Pooch? It's all the W's.
All the W's, crateandcraft.com.
Well done. Well done. Everything is there for you. Don't forget, once you're at your computer browsing around on that website, do send us an email, studio@crateandcraft.com. If you could be Misty for a day, what would you do? She's unapologetic. She is sassy. She is full of attitude. Then let us know what you would do for a day. We are receptive for all emails, though, so whatever you want to write about Misty, please do get them in. studio@crateandcraft.com. Right, it's time for some inspiration. But before inspiration, do you want an email?
Yes.
Okay. Debbie has emailed in. She's actually talking about Misty in her life. Now, Misty is a friend that she worked with. She hid in a cupboard at work all day. Her daughter had done her spray tan and she was mahogany, like Dawn Wheeler Plus, do you know what I mean? She was mahogany, so literally, even after several showers, she was still mahogany, so she hid in a cupboard at work.
That's fabulous.
Because I feel Misty would be, if she couldn't get a tan on the beach, she would be literally like, sunbed, come on, do me now. It's got to be done.
She would just be, she'd be spray tan. And I
would look like
Misty,
a satchel, but she would wear it with pride.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think she'd wear a really she wouldn't put the tights on, even though it were like -5 outside, because she got her tan done.
Yeah.
And you'd
she's showing off that tan, whatever.
And she'd have like goggles.
I've got another one for you as well. This is from Angela Evans. Hello, Angela Evans. Are you in Porth, if I remember rightly? In fact, I know your name from obviously Facebook and stuff. If I was Misty for a day, I would like to wind my children up and wear my bikini on top of my clothes, which would be all colours that don't match, and go and walk in a well-packed stadium where there is an audience. I love that.
That's fabulous.
Into the middle of the pitch, and then get the crowd to do the Macarena while it's being filmed live, and watch their faces on the big screen. This is fabulous, which I know would be priceless, and no doubt go global on social media.
Oh, I love
you
that.
have thought that through.
She's really thought. I mean, that's one of them. That's one of them that we would love that to happen. And just to make her happy.
She had me at Macarena. Let's have some inspiration, Pooch. Over to you.
Okay, my love. So where I've started now, again, I'm reading the fabulous stamps that we've got already. I love this one. This one was quite recent, actually, from the Janet Klein. This is one of the A6 designs, and it is, of course, the caravan. That caravan will go with the little car. Really recommend this. It is ace. So I've stamped it out. I've actually started colouring it in already. And I am going to colour it in a little bit just to make it spring to life. I tell you what, though.
Stock update, 65% of the stock is gone.
Okay. So I'm colouring in with my my watercolour pencils. Now, the fabulous thing with watercolour pencils is you do not need to worry about being really detailed, because you can bring, and I know I babble on about this quite a lot, but it's important because
That's
I think...
a good word, babble.
Babble. Oh, I babble quite a lot.
That's a good word, though.
Isn't it? We like a bit of babble.
You're quite babblicious.
I babble a lot, don't I? Yes, I know. With this, it's good because if you're worried about detail, if you're worried about colouring in your watercolour pencils, boom, sorted. So, just doing a cheeky bit of scribbling, and then get your, and if you're wondering, these are Staedtler watercolour pencils, because I do get
So is this watercolour card?
Yes, it is. But I must admit, I've been using the good old pink frog, super smooth, and that works beautiful as well.
Shop by brand for Pink Frog on our website, createandcraft.com.
Absolutely. So, see, all you need to do, get your water brush and you can start moving that ink. It allows you to create tone. So where you need it to be a bit heavier, the ink, you literally drag the ink, you push it up to the line.
What I think is lovely about something about this, like this as well, because it's not daunting at all. I mean, this is like, for me, it's like hands-on crafting. You get your pencils out, you get your, your water brush out. You just have fun with it.
Yeah, and it's easy.
Crafting should always be fun.
I like it. I like this, because you can actually see the pigment move. And I just think there's something quite satisfying about that.
It's hypnotic.
It really is, and it's just so nice because in front, straight away, I've got tone. I've created the shade on there, and that's not taken. It's no effort, to be able to do that. It's all about your product.
Just a quick interjection, if I may, please. This happy hour, one of the three that we've got, it's not going to last the hour. What is it, 20 past 2? This is supposed to last to 3 o'clock at the price that we've got it at, but already it's limited stock virtually. Nearly 90% of the stock has gone on this one. It is your textured florals, 20 stamps for you there. $11.99 is your price, but... Let's get that price down. Where are our club prices today? They're very reticent to show themselves, aren't they?
They're being
come on, let's coax it out.
They are not, Misty, are they?
It's not even, they won't even go for the tickle. But there you go, $10.79 is your price. Look, you've got 39 minutes to get your hands on that fabulous price. It is a happy hour, but that's going to be gone very, very soon. 749110 is your item number.
Marvellous. I promise I won't colour it all in, but I kind of wanted to... It does make it, even though I'm not going to finish it, just a bit of colour on there really does help you to get an idea of what it's going to look like as a finished thing. I do want to, however, just add a little bit, and look, this is my favourite, you see. I can literally go in and scribble. See, that makes me so happy that I can do that and I know it's going to look good.
But that's the thing, is that you don't have to worry about going in the lines or whatever.
It's so it's like you look at that and go, "Oh, Leonie, love."
What have you done?
Oh, Leonie, love.
What on earth?
What on earth are you doing? You're on telly. What are you doing?
How can we doubt you? Because it will suddenly come to life.
And it does. It's so effective. So again, just dragging that colour. That'll again just give me that shading, and it looks really, really effective. Just play with your watercolour pencils. They are one of my favourite things in the world for colouring in with. So
I know people were asking about those last night. They are the Staedtler, aren't they?
Yes, they are indeed.
Do we sell those?
We have in the past. I don't know if they're on our website at the minute. I don't think they are, but we have in the past.
Maybe search by brand. Watercolour pencils, Staedtler is the name.
Yeah.
They're not there at the moment, are they?
I mean, have a look, because there are lots of different brands. I do like these, but it's just because I've got such a nice colour palette at hand. This will last a little bit, but you have to imagine the rest. But just to give you a little bit of an idea.
That's fab, though.
Okay, so we've got
obviously this caravan. Is caravan ready for Misty?
Oh, isn't it just? I should have really. The bucket with the wine. You could actually take the window out and put the bucket of wine in there.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
You could have a staring through the window.
You really could.
You could.
I mean, there's so much. When you start doing this, there's so much you can do. OK, that's the first one, right? And then I thought, so this is Miss D going camping. So if Miss D were camping, what I think would be... I think...
2/3 of the stock is
gone. 2/3?
2/3.
It is the last live hour.
66%.
And remember, so obviously last live hour, and it is exclusive. You're not getting it anywhere else yet. This shouldn't have been seen till the end of the month. So I think if Misty were camping, the little animals would be like, oh my God.
Yeah, what's going on?
What on earth? So we've got a tiny little cow there in the distance, but obviously looking at it, now that one comes from, where have I just put this on? That one comes from Jack and the Beanstalk.
So that's another one of our mix and match.
That is
on
another
the
one.
A7 ones.
A7s.
Okay.
Jack and the Beanstalk, that one. So that's where you get your cheeky little cow from.
I was trying to think last night, cheeky little cow. When I was lying in bed last night, I was trying to think about what Misty reminded me of. And do you remember, because you're of an age like me, you might remember.
I am.
Do you remember those like sort of community service adverts that used to go when we were kids about like, oh, don't play by the pylons and all of that?
Yeah.
And there was a character in there, and I think she was famed for like putting litter in the field and stuff, and they had to tidy up after her. It reminded me a little bit of Misty. Reminded me of that.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, I can't. Was it Charlie? My dog says it was all a bit like that.
I remember. You see, I do
Charlie
remember
was a cat,
that.
Actually, wasn't a dog. He was a cat.
Yeah. Charlie says. Yeah, and then someone covered that, didn't they? The Charlie Says, and made it into a dance song.
Charlie Says. Charlie Says. I can imagine. Yes, raving it up in the early 90s, I suspect. Yeah.
So okay. So
70% gone. Sorry.
Oh, where Mrs. Colouring quickly on it. So you've got your little cow. You've got your little cow. Put a bit of grass down here, because you've got a cheeky bit. Charlie Says.
There you go. Charlie Says never play by water. Charlie used to say you never touch pylons or whatever.
Yeah. And it, like, don't play with matches, I think Charlie said as well.
That was another one.
Yeah, good old Charlie. Look left and right.
Yes.
He definitely
that
did
was
that.
the Green Cross Code Man as well. Do you remember him? I met him as well.
I've never met him.
Howes.
Right, okay.
So Ed, our director, met him.
So I'm gonna move that to one side, because the lady I'm going to use is Miss D herself. Okay.
Okay, so this is Misty, because we have Misty, we have
Misty.
Beached, we have no, is it called Beached or Bikini? It's called Beach, which is the bikini lady. Bikini Misty. We've also got Boozer Misty. Obviously, hashtag drink responsibly. Hashtag don't spill a drop. And then finally, we do have the fabulous Cougar.
Yes, indeed. And I love it because with all of them, the characters are so they're just so fabulous.
But I just think they automatically remind you of somebody.
Yeah, they really
Everybody
do.
knows a Misty, whether it's them or somebody else.
So I've stamped her out. I've already coloured her in. Okay, so this is going to be Misty. So I wanted her to be caravanning. So she's just coming out of a caravan.
She's off to the local bar.
She stepped forward. She's but the cow's looking at her. I am going to put 3D foam on this one, because I'm not going to finish it, but I just wanted to show you how well they look together. How cool is this going to look? So you have got Miss Fabulous D, like this. Hold on. We have got, if I put this here, see, so she's there in front of a little caravan, and the cow's looking as though to say, oh my gosh, what is happening? And then sentiment wise, I think I'm going to have too glam to give a damn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
see, I imagine if the Cougar was coming out of the caravan, it would be like, don't come a knocking when the caravan's rocking, wouldn't it? Maybe it's not a caravan, maybe she's just leaving. You know what I mean? And we had an email in from a lovely lady. Is it Pam?
Anne.
Oh, Anne. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Anne says she has to date there has been 186 Janet Klein stamps, right?
Wow.
Bought to wear here at Crate & Craft. She has bought, when these sets arrive, all of them.
Wow.
That's good. Anne, I salute you, my lovely.
Wow, Anne, I want to see some cards. What have you made here, my
show us what
lovely
you've made.
And Anne, if you could be Miss D for a minute then, what would you be doing, Anne? What would you be doing? That is mine. That's our lovely Misty. She's going out for a little stroll around the campsite in her heels.
You could have made it the Cougar.
I could have made it the Cougar.
Can I share this? Because this is what I love. I hadn't seen this before.
With a pineapple on her head.
With a pineapple on her
She would, wouldn't she?
She would. She looks like she's going off to some like punk party there. Do you know what I mean? Like that looks like some Zandra Rhodes creation.
Yeah, I thought that. I wanted to give her tattoos.
Absolutely. We're going to give you a moment to get your orders in and get your baskets checked out as we remind you that here at Crate & Craft we're going on tour. Sundown, here we come.
Tickets are on sale now for Crafting Live at Sandown Racecourse. Featuring exclusive offers and competitions. Over 800 make and takes. Stock up from over 50 exhibitors. And meet and greet our craft presenters. Plus, craft members save 25% off their tickets. Book your tickets now at creatingcraft.com and search for Crafting Live.
Today's one-day special is an absolute corker here at Create and Craft from the fabulous All and Create. For one day and one day only, we are showcasing the wonderful, unapologetic, sassy, attitude-filled world of Misty. Here she is, Misty. You've got 4 fabulous stamp sets for you, all of them action-packed and jammed with humour as well. You have got the fabulous Misty herself. There she is. You've also got the Cougar. We have down at the bottom there, we have the Boozer. And then finally for you, we've got Beached, which is Misty in a little itsy-bitsy, teeny-weeny, whatever colour you like, bikini. You also get an acrylic block with this too, which is the right size for Misty. Now, the stock has been flying today, so get this whilst we still have this in stock. The actual sentiments with it as well are gloriously funny. It is a complete angel policy. The club price on this is below £30, and you've got FlexiPay as well. 036 252. It's today's one-day special, and it comes with added sass. I like that.
Comes with sass.
Sass, it comes with sass. A bit like you, my does. It comes with class and sass.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes it's like, you know, I don't feel class or sass, to be fair.
Do you not? What do you feel today, then?
A little bit like... That's what we were doing today. Delirious. Do you know what I did today? I had to pack my car, so I packed some stuff in my car, fabulous, and then I put a trolley outside the front door to pack into my car, got in my car and completely drove past it. Had my handbag on it and everything, completely forgot.
Did you? You were still there when you went back, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I asked Adam to bring it indoors, but it's like, how did I do that?
I remember once when I was...
What?
Do you remember when I had Dolly, the dog?
Yes.
It's like we were taking Dolly to the what do you call it when it's not cattery, doggery? You've got the
Kennels.
What's called then? Yeah,
I think
doggery, that's all right.
Probably different.
Took the dog, yeah, probably. Took the dog to the kennels, and it's like literally, I put the dog in the back seat, obviously, and then I put the dog's bed on top of the car. Drove off. I like literally looked in the window, and there's like the dog bed and the blanket all blowing down the road. It's weird, isn't it?
It's so annoying. It's so annoying.
Old. This, your happy hour, one of 3 that we've got for you up until 3 o'clock this afternoon. We have got this at a super low price. We're literally down to the last few. We have less than that left now. So if you want to go for this one, $11.99. Club price on that is $10.79, is it? $10.79 and 2 flexi payments as well. Very, very limited stock on that one. 749110. You have got that time left to get your hands on our 3 fabulous happy hour deals. Should we remind you of the other ones? That's the first one. Here's the next one for you. It's the foliage. This is the one with the skeleton leaves. Am I right in thinking you love a skeleton leaf?
No.
Is it you don't like a skeleton leaf?
Yeah, that's why Ali takes a mickey.
I knew there was something skeleton leafy in my brain.
It's funny actually. I don't mind them as much these days, but I think because once upon a day everything had a skeleton leaf on it.
As a stamp, are you happy with it?
Oh, I love it as a stamp.
There you go, fabulous.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Thank you.
It were the ones that were all shades and.
I seem to remember that from before.
Yeah.
You literally like, don't come near me with a skeleton.
So Ali Reid thinks it's hilarious. She tries to bring in skeleton leaves just to spin me out.
I can understand
She thinks it's really funny.
It's like when I try and chase Dawn Wheeler with glitter.
Oh.
She doesn't like glitter. 369908 is your item number on that one for the foliage. We also have for you as well, this is our favourite, well, it's my favourite, I think Poochie's favourite as well. The Alchemist, which of course is our steampunk alchemist. You've got Phileas Fogg or whoever it might be. It's just a gentleman, isn't it? Like a dapper hello, what a gentleman. Then you've got your light bulbs there as well. You've got your little lotions and potions bottles for your maybe like spells and sort of medicines and things like that. And then you also get some fabulous backgrounds too. 411351 is your item number on that. Less than 28 minutes as from now to get your happy hour deal. So there you go. Right, you know I said 70% on the one-day special. I should say 75 now. I'm not going to.
Go on. What
80.
Are you going to say? 80?
80% of the stock has now got on your one-day special.
I'm really pleased because they are so cool and they're so different, and I cannot wait to see where it's all going to go. It's very exciting.
Is this the start of the Misty journey then?
Yes, it is. Where's Miss D going to clip-clop in her fabulous heels?
Can you imagine Misty at the bingo, Misty at the casino?
Oh, yeah. I want to
Misty
meet,
out on the town.
I want to meet like some of her friends and family.
Yes.
I really want to meet her friends. I think Viz, when I think about her friends.
Oh, you think what?
Viz, the comic. All the magazine of comics are available.
Yes, but they weren't as funny.
They weren't
I
as
loved
funny.
Viz.
Oh, they still do little things on
Certain
Facebook.
characters in Viz
Fabulous.
I loved.
And that's,
Yes.
I think Misty would absolutely fit in.
I do think
anyway.
the whole range, though, I mean, the whole sort of Janet Klein and all of that, they're all very kind of like storybook and illustrative, if that's a word. I think you could create your own sort of stories with these, couldn't you?
Absolutely, and that's the beautiful thing about it. And this is why the pick and mix is so good.
Yes.
Because it allows you start looking through these and go, that'll be amazing.
Yeah.
That'll be amazing. And that's the thing. They all work so well. So this one, again, from your pick and mix, your A7, it is your little snap and smile. And I just thought when I saw smile, hilarious. Because let's face it, Misty doesn't really smile.
No.
You know, well, she doesn't want to create
she has
those.
a little smirk. She's
She
got
has
a
a
little
smirk.
sort of sideways mouth action
She has a
going
little
on.
smirk when she's on the cougar mission, but
Well, no, she does. I mean, if you look at her there, she is definitely saying,
yeah, but that's
"Hello,
cougar.
I've
That's
had fun."
cougar.
Yeah.
She's like, hello.
She's like, hello.
Hello, boys.
You wish you were me right now.
Hello, boys. Hello, boys. You'd be like that,
Is that what she speaks?
Hello, boys.
Hello, boys.
All right, boys.
We were trying to work out.
Right.
We did say she does sound like we imagine Misty, and we're not advocating this, but we imagine Misty smokes a lot.
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
she's like,
Oh, hello.
Lambert Butler Gold. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, get me pina
We
colada.
don't advocate that at all. But also, we were saying on the cougar front last night. What age do you become a cougar?
Yeah, we couldn't decide this, couldn't we?
45, don't we? Do you think there's actually an official sort of like age
We
given
couldn't
to
decide. We
cougars?
couldn't decide, could we?
And then what does the age difference have to be between the cougar lady and the younger partner?
Yes. So
Does it have to be like 20
I love how
years?
nervous Laura's getting.
I know.
So.
Well, hang on. A cougar is a lady is apparently a woman in her 40s or over. That's the official term.
Right.
That is generally interested in a younger man with a 10-year age difference.
Gosh. Okay then.
So can I say your age?
Yeah, I'm 50.
Okay, because you're fabulous for your age. So 50. So okay.
So if I were
so how old's
dating,
Yanis?
I don't know how old Yanis is.
Yanis isn't 40 yet, is he?
I'm not sure.
I don't think Yanis is 40. I've no idea.
No, I don't. Oh, that's bad, isn't it?
So if you were to date Yanis, and I know this is like hypothetical because Yanis
Obviously,
is
he's married to a child.
then yeah,
That'd be
you would
me,
be a cougar. Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, I've absolutely ticked the cougar box in my life.
You have. I wasn't going to go there, but you have cougared it up over the years. Let's be honest. But why not?
days.
It makes us love you even more.
Now, what I've done, okay, because I thought this was hilarious, like little Polaroid photographs. So his little,
fab.
she's done little Polaroid selfies, really, really close up. So that's the first one. So what you want to do, out of the smile set, you want to stamp your little photo.
So the smile is one of the A7 ones.
Yes, it
that we've
is.
got for you. See that there?
So get your fantastic little your main one, okay? So that's your fantastic little stamp. So it is your Polaroid stamp. You've then got your mask. So I've done a little mask. Make a mask because then you can stamp over it without any problems whatsoever.
Now, I'm just going to say
that
though,
in
you may be a
place.
cougar in your
Yes.
50s because that 40s and over is cougar, but
Yes.
Kirsty, you're far too young. So I'm going to
Yeah.
say, Emily, one of our lovely ladies here at Craigcroft. Emily. Oh, was it Holly?
It's
Sorry, I
on
beg your
there.
pardon. I could only see the feet. I thought it was Emily. I beg your pardon. Holly, how old are you? Are you in your 30s? Can I just say that? Yes. Okay, you could be a Puma then, because apparently Puma is like in your 30s, and then when it goes into the 40s, you're a cougar.
Oh.
I know.
So what about when it is like the stamp says? What's the one after?
What, after cougar?
Yeah.
I don't know. What's after cougar?
Oh, he's after cougar. I want to know when I hit my 80s what I'm going to be.
This one, just a very old cougar, I would imagine.
Is it?
Hannah genuinely is got a Jaguar. Okay. If you this is
if
brilliant.
you what? If you're above 70, you what? A pussycat?
No, Puma. Okay, so this is the
pussycat, she
order.
is, she
So
says
Pumas are in their
pussycat.
30s, Cougars are 40s, Jaguars is 50s.
Oh my gosh.
So you're a Jaguar now.
I'm a Jaguar.
Panthers are 60s, and 69 and above. You're a pussycat.
Oh, I love that.
That's so good. Is there a male equivalent?
Of course there isn't. They'll just be like, oh, hold on, mate.
I would like to think there is a male equivalent.
Well, you'd like to, but you know.
It's not going to happen, is it?
Not going to happen. But look at my little snapshots. How cute are these? How cute are these?
These are fab.
So you're having your fabulous little snapshots. So they're going to be the... I love that. I love her face on them. And then I'm just going to
take... It's the fact that you can't get all the face in that makes it even better.
Yeah, she's taken a photo and it's like, oh, mate.
She was probably a little tipsy at this point.
Maybe. And then she's definitely going to have smile because that's really funny. And then I am smiling. And then I want the one where the friend. So on one of my stamp sets, and I'm going rummaging, there's a stamp that says about being best friends. And that for me, because these are the kind of stamps I would absolutely send to my best mate. You know, because it's like we've been through all sorts. And there it is. There it is.
Don't forget, over 80% of the stock is now gone on your one-day special. If you'd like to give that, we'll pop the details at the bottom of the screen for you. Oh, no, we're going to give it main billing. There you go. If you do want to go for your one-day special, one day only, 036252 is your item number there. Here's another email for you.
Amazing.
This is from Jackie. She says, Misty should get her double blaster water gun and water balloons, run into the studio and get Leonie and Nigel. Thanks. Leaving the studio wet, but without damaging any products or works of art. So just damaging me and Leonie, basically. Love you guys. Thank you. Who's that from?
Jackie, thank you, Jackie. That's hilarious.
Email. Another one in contention to win all the bits and pieces that Pooj is working on this hour.
I'm not going to colour this in because I think it's fabulous. Doesn't that? And you see, the sentiment on this one, you have been my friend, and that in itself is a tremendous thing. And I think that, like to your Bezzy, I'd absolutely send that to me mate Helen.
Because card, isn't it?
It's one of those that's like, and it's fab because it is one you'd send to your mate.
And it's going to cheer you up all day long.
It will. And I'm going to put a few hearts on there. Remember, you have got your fantastic little stencils as well, so don't forget that stencil pick and mix because that's a cracking price.
If you want your stencils, they are 6x6s. We have got, I think, did we say we've got like 100 of them or something? Oh, 61. That's pretty good, isn't it?
It's amazing.
If you to choose any 4 of the stencils, and you are getting them for what, $4.44 each, did we say, if you are in the club? Because it's $17.76 in total, isn't it? Worth going for. And we've got 2 flexi pays on that as well. Can I just say as well, if you like great prices, because you do, you're in the right place. Do tune in as from 4 o'clock this afternoon as well, because Easter starts here at Kirkham.
I keep forgetting.
It's true.
It's this weekend, isn't it?
Holly, who I mentioned just now, is over there now, getting all the sets ready, and they look glorious. Lots of sort of Easter bunnies and things coming away as from 4 o'clock this afternoon. Yanis is kicking it off, and it's myself and Yanis right the way through the day until 10 o'clock tonight.
Amazing, with Easter goodies.
It runs right the way through the weekend, obviously, because it's Good Friday tomorrow.
Yes,
It's even better Saturday, then it's like Glorious Sunday, and then it's Easter Monday. You get all of those coming up this weekend.
See, I'm happy with that. I'm not going to colour it in because I'm going to move on to another demonstration. But isn't that? I think that's ace.
It is, absolutely.
And it's just those little polar pictures, sending it to your mate, perfect.
Yeah, I like that
all you need to do. I'd probably put a little cheeky bit of washi on there. Let's have a cheeky bit of washi.
If you want washi tape, then of course, All and Create do the most sensational washi tape. And we do have a mix and match on your washi as well. Oh my goshy, we've got lots of washi. We have. If you want to go for that, it's a pick. It's pick 2, isn't it? If I remember. Oh, choose 5. Sorry, I beg your pardon. It's a choose 5 on this one. Oh yeah, that's right. I knew there was a 2 because it works out at under £2 per washi tape.
Isn't that fabulous?
Now the first picture is the worst picture ever because that's the dullest one. But these are better. Look at these. They're fabulous. I mean, obviously that first one's great because you can put what you like on it. It's a blank canvas. But all of these are there. How many options do we actually have on our old washi? Oh my goshy, 33 washi.
33 washi.
33 washi. What was that phrase you came up with last night?
I'm going to stop.
You're going to finish the faffing.
Finish the faffing and
get to the finishing. It made no sense.
Stop the faffing and get to the finishing, something like that.
No, it was finish the faffing. Because you said finish twice. Finish the faffing and get to the finishing.
Well, that's ridiculous.
It was ridiculous, but fun. It's 478013 is your item, but they're still going, the washes.
Well, these washi tapes go on longer than your average washi tape, don't you know?
Smarter than your average washi tape.
Oh, indeed, because what our lovely Abs made sure is with the washi, normally on the washi you get your repeat much sooner, but what Abs did was make make sure you didn't get a repeat as quick. So actually, you get more pattern for your pennies.
You do.
Because normally, you know, it'd be a lot shorter than that before you've got repeats.
Dosh.
Absolutely.
More create for your cash.
Yes. No repeats. I couldn't think of it.
And that's where it ends.
Yeah, I'm
repeats.
nothing for that.
There you go. Nothing, but it was good.
Doesn't repeat quick.
The sentiment was there. There you go. If you'd like to give me a washies, 478013 is your item number. Keep those emails coming. Oh, in fact, we've got a picture that's come in
a picture?
of a lady who loves her fabulous All and Create and definitely her Janet Klein. Look at this. Who's this from? Who was this one from? This picture is from... Penny. Oh, Henning. And I do apologise. Sorry, I misheard that completely. Henning, that's a lovely name.
Yeah, that's a wonderful name.
She's had a glorious time. Look at all of those.
Yeah, that's amazing. And you see, this is the kind of thing you like to do. Just stamp, just get carried away doing all your stamping, get it all ready, and then obviously, when you've got time, then you can make them all into something. But that is just wonderful.
Thank you for your picture, Henning. Keep it coming. All of those emails. Somebody will be winning all the bits and pieces that Pooja's done this hour, including that fabulous smile, which I just adore. Now, can you smell the sellout in the air? Yes, our fabulous. Thank you, darling. Lovely Kirsty. Yes, the smell of a fresh sellout. There you go. That's gone. That's one of our happy hours. It is technically gone on that one. Don't forget that we do have the other ones for you as well if you want to go for the foliage. And we've also got that fabulous alchemisty one as well. So there you go. So all of those are available. But you've only got, 15... Oh, and the clock's gone.
Oh,
they've taken away my clock. There it is. Look, you've only got that time there. 15 and a bit minutes until the price disappears. There you go.
I look the wrong way. That'd be rubbish for that.
Why does that not surprise me? How many years have you been doing this?
Oh, just a few,
just
darling.
A few.
Still get confused.
Of course you do.
Yeah. So if it's where you are,
it's everyone's back to front, isn't it? We do everything back to front in our world.
See, that's why my brain.
Your brain is brilliant. It was made for inspiration. Leone.
Okay, so let me get a stencil out. I know the stencil I want. I probably won't be able to find it, so I'll use another one. I want something fabulous and summery. There we are.
You know, you say things that don't really need to be said, but you say them anyway. It's just glorious.
Does that not happen to everybody? Is that not?
Maybe not on national TV. No.
Okay. Well. Don't be shy.
No, it's
Don't
good.
Be shy.
Be true to yourself.
Yeah, we want these little flowers, okay? So with the little flowers, I'm putting my yellow on. It's quite funny, actually. I've literally only used a few inks because I'm not kind of aiming to finish product demonstrations. I want to just sort of show how everything works together. It's really cool because obviously I can just play. And I do like that. So, done a little bit of a yellow there, and I really like that because it's summery and fabulous.
And it's kind of like splatty and random as well, which I love.
Yes. Yeah. And you've got your lovely little splatty random florals.
That does sound like some cartoon series, doesn't it? You know, like you have, what they call like Ren and Stimpy and Beavis and Butthead and Itchy and Scratchy. You've got splatty and random.
Splatty and random.
I mean, you and I, splatty and random.
It is a little bit.
Welcome to Create and Craft. I'm Random and this is...
Splatty.
Splatty.
Why did I get splatty?
Because you do the splats.
Oh, all right, fair play.
But you actually cater for both splatty and random. So.
I feel maybe you do too now and again, darling.
Do, Random, definitely.
Random,
and I've had the odd splat, I'll be honest.
I think you probably have. Now, what I'm doing is I'm going to just stamp her out. Obviously, I've already got it done. But
85% of your one-day special.
There goes Miss D out the door.
Miss D's going out the building.
D, Miss D, where are you going, love? Miss
going
D.
down Boozer to see the Megs. I'm a cougar.
I'm going getting myself a new boyfriend.
Go into my caravan, don't come knocking when the caravans are rocking. Now, we've had an email from Carol. Carol has loved these shows. She hasn't laughed so much for ages. That's nice, Carol.
Carol.
That's very nice. Hopefully you laughed for the right reasons.
We've had a lovely time.
Now, you know what I said about a male version of a cougar?
Yes.
Apparently is a panther. What age do you have to be to be a panther? I'm in my 50s. Can I be a panther?
He's on. He's on it.
I would like to be a panther. That sounds quite good.
Yeah, it does
sound fabulous. In my world, you just get to this age and you're called a daddy, you see. But it's like, I want to be a panther. I want to be a panther.
Oh. Yeah, don't go there.
Too late, love. I've been.
It's
I want to be a panther.
Yeah, panther sounds fabulous.
Much more exciting.
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah. I'm
So
aiming
I'd
for
be a
pussycat.
panther. Well,
At the minute, I'm a jaguar, aren't I?
A jaguar. So you'd be a jaguar, and I would be a panther, and we could go out on the prowl together. Yeah, can you imagine?
It's meowing away.
Is that what they do?
Yeah.
I just got this vision of you in a bar now, like, hi, I'm a jaguar. Meow. It's like, it's not going to work, is it, really?
Meow. With my pine, all right? Jaguar. Meow. Sexy. All right, sexy, I'm a jaguar.
85% of the stock is gone.
All right.
I just want to go out now to a bar where you just stand and go like, jaguar, sexy, sexy. Okay, here you go, here's a fact.
All right, sexy.
A male between 30 and 40 is a rhino.
A rhino.
Oh, gosh, my rhino days are over. There you go. And then, so 40 to 50, oh, that's it.
Oh.
Apparently you peak at rhino.
Oh, downhill.
10 years in the wilderness, and then you come back as a, what was I, a panther? Was it a panther? What was I in my 50s? I forgot what it was. It was a panther, wasn't it? Yes, there you go.
I think we should start making these up.
Let's do it, yeah.
And I think it's like, no, we should have a different version. Right, now, OK, I've decided with this what you thinking.
I don't know, is that a different version? What, like, we'd be called, I don't know, like ocelots or something?
Well, if at one you're a rhino, then you might become a hippopotamus.
Yes.
And then maybe you become an elephant.
I want to be a duck-billed platypus. That's what I want to be.
And then maybe you become
or a
an
Komodo dragon.
armadillo.
Armadillo, anteater.
An anteater.
I'd quite like to be an anteater.
Yeah. Oh, with that tongue.
I would like to be an aardvark. That would be a good one.
Oh, yes, aardvark.
Yeah, with the tongue.
That's the anteater,
Yes.
isn't it?
I'd like to be that.
You could be that. You could be that.
Going and ordering drinking about. Out comes the tongue. It'd be fabulous.
So you meet all the men. Oh, there he is.
I'm a bit giddy today. This is brilliant. This is the fun. I said that 3 times today. This is the fun with Misty.